Cancer, how you doing? So we're going to look at the moment before, last 48 hours with the moment before, and then the next 48 hours within the moment after, and see what you guys got going on or have been going on. How you doing, Cancer? So Stephen been very well just lately because I smoked a coil past its sell-by date and it burnt my lungs, and I ended up with a lung infection, and I've been coughing like a good one. So you could be dealing with a coughing dodger, someone that's old. Or someone that's called Roger Dodger. I'm also hearing Jammy Dodger. Dodging a bullet, unless you're watching The Matrix or something, or you're interested in The Matrix. Anyway, let's see. Coughing, that could have something to do with a life path 4 or a Scorpio, maybe you could be dealing with, or an Aries. Anyway, so what's been going on? What's been going on with Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jubilee North Node, or Life Path 7. What's been going on with Cancer? So, standing there looking at a cup. I've just been standing here dreaming about someone for a lot of you. So you're kind of like daydreaming about where to go, is what I'm picking up. Like we've been planning on where to go, okay? So for a lot of you, if you've split up and you've broke up and stuff like that, then someone's kind of left. But I don't pick that up. What I'm picking up is that we're kind of like both wondering where to go. Where is this, like, could be where is this relationship going? But for some of you, I'm picking up that you are in a relationship, for a lot of you, okay? And you're both wondering where to travel to. Like, so you might be going away this weekend, or you might be going away for a week or something like that, okay? And within this week, you're kind of like, you know what, we really need to start making plans of where we're going, because you're both kind of like searching. So I'm picking up, like, we're both searching. So I'm picking up like Google search, or like searching through archives of something in order to plan where to go to. So it's kind of like we need some time off work. Someone could be planning that they have time off work, or have been, okay? And you're both kind of like wondering, okay, where would you want to go? Where do you want to go? Are we going together, or are we going separately? So, okay, so some of you now that are not in, I'm also hearing not Pisces involved, Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, Life Path 6, Gemini, maybe. Okay, and I'm picking up, where is this going? Are we going together, or are we going to separate? So some of you might be considering like separation of such, like are you coming with me, or are we just going to like call it? Okay, might be something to do around a Stephen. Okay, I'm picking up a lot of you that are in relationships. They keep getting me to look at people that are in relationships. Okay, and I'm picking up that the woman doesn't, the guy is always working. Like, someone, it doesn't matter, but someone is always working, and the other person is always kind of like making the plans. It's a little bit like the feminine energy waits for the guy to come home from work, okay, and that I'm basically just kind of like sitting here waiting for you to come home in order to tell me what to do, where we're going, what we're planning. So I pick up that for you guys that are in relationships, you both work different hours, okay? You both work different hours, okay? And when you finally come together, some of the feminine energies are kind of like thinking, I wish that you would just actually pay more attention to me and focus more on me for a change instead of yourself or your workload. So I'm picking up some of the masculine energies here, Cancer. They have like a heavy workload in order to contend with, and the feminine energies are always wondering about, like, basically like sacrificing my life in order to wait for you to come home to spend some time with you. So your person might work quite a little, sorry, because I'm hearing P, Pucci, Pisces, Paula, anybody again with P, Patrick, also Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald, I'm also hearing Gerald, Geraldine, Dean, Dan, Danielle, Danny, Fitzgerald, Geraldine, I'm hearing Gerald or Geraldine, or Jez, Jasmine, Jason, Jack, Jackie, name-wise. Okay, so, or none the wiser, so I'm picking up the none. Sense that makes none, could be a possible Libra, maybe involved somewhere in your channeled stuff. Anyway, I'm picking up for a lot of you that you're in a relationship. You're kind of like, some of you are planning where to go, like for a trip out somewhere, for a day out, okay, or a couple of days, or like a 2 or 3 days stay, might even be 8 days, like to a week, right? We're planning on like having 7 or 8 days off work. Okay, so it might be you or your partner. I don't know if you're going to be travelling together or you've been planning this, but I'm picking up like, you know, someone's planning on like a vacation off work and taking like 6 or 7 days off work. It could even be 8 days, like a week, pretty much, like a week. I'm thinking about having a week off work, and I'm kind of like waiting for you to kind of like give us the go ahead so we can go. that's mainly for people that are in relationships here. What's been going on with Cancer? What's been going on with Cancer? Cancer. So yeah, like I said, a lot of you are in a relationship. You are pretty much either married or you've just been in a very long-term standing relationship with this person. Okay, now if any of you guys are on that third party kind of energy, then obviously there's a red person going to see a red person here. So Little Red Riding Hood, I don't know if that's relating to it, or Hood, Sherwood Forest. Okay, so you might be going to, so if you come from Britain, you can go to Sherwood Forest, you can go where there's a lot of woods and a lot of trees. So I pick up for a lot of you, you might be thinking about vacation and you walk around a pond, or you go out somewhere like in the Peak District, Lake District, or somewhere where there's a lot of woods and trees, maybe camping or glamping camping, something like that for a lot of you I'm picking up. Okay, because I definitely keep picking up Little Red Riding Hood, but what they're saying is wood. Okay, so it might be redwood. Okay, redwood, red hood, red hood or Red Riding Hood, or redwood, redwood or Reading, a place called Reading or Redwood, something like that. Redwood or Woodland Lodge, okay? Or okay, they keep saying references around wood. So it's either like trees and wood, okay? Spend a lot of time like in nature, have been or going to be, okay? Planning it. But I definitely keep picking up like something around Wood Street or Wood. Like unless your name's Edward, Eddie, Edward Woodward, Ed, or unless your name is Woody, like you've as long as it ain't fucking Buzz Lightyear. But like Woody or Woodard or Woodson or something like that. Wood Street, Woodard. Oh, I know a Woodard actually. You're right. I very much doubt you're going to be watching this. Andrew Woolley or Andrew Woodard. Okay, so someone here could be called Woody, Woodard, Woolly, Laura, Woolley, Woodson, something like that. Some of you are planning on going away with your missus or your partner on a vacation. Okay, now if any of this is kind of like no, then there's a person here that's going to see someone that's married already. Okay, so definitely keep hearing the name Eddie, Ed or Edmonds or Ed. Okay, let's see. I'm picking up a woman's name, but Ed. They call her Ed. Ed. Let's see. What's been going on with Cancer? So you are, for a lot of you, you're planning on vacation and trips, I feel. For a lot of you, you're in relationship here. You know, you've been talking, could be with a Leo or an Aquarius, okay? Basically just wondering where to go. It's quite a very straightforward, simple message, really. Let's see. What's been going on with Cancer? So yeah, talking with your partner, Knight of Cups, clients maybe. Some of you have got children, you're married and you have children or you have stepchildren. I always pick the Hierophant up as two energies, obviously. A father or stepfather, but a lot of the time I see the Hierophant as a stepfather. So some of you might have a stepdad, okay, have a stepdad or a stepfather. And if not, I'm picking up like the children. There's like a person that isn't within blood here. Like there's more of a stepfather energy, okay? So it could be you guys. You could be a Cancerian, okay, and your partner has children and you are the stepfather to these kids or this kid that they have here, okay, for a lot of you. It's quite simple, really. You've just been planning on going away for a while. One more card, please, for Cancer, what they've had going on. Yeah, it's pretty much just deciding where to travel to, where to go. It's quite a straightforward message. No drama, thank God, Cancer. Unless it turns out crap. But, yeah. So, that's within the last 48 hours, pretty much. Just kind of like deciding where to go, where to travel. Okay. Some of you, like I said, you're lonely housewives or something, okay, and you just basically wait for your person to come home. Okay, and wanting to get them to take you out somewhere. Let's see. So the moment. So 48 hours after now. So the next 48 for Cancer. So again, you've got the eight of wands here. So it's kind of like I don't think there's a lot of effort that's not being put into the relationship. I think that there is plenty of effort that's being put into caring about your person, wondering where to go, basically thinking about travelling. They're quite straightforward messages. There's nothing that I need to really help you out with here. Let's see, the next 48 hours for Cancer. The next 48 hours for Cancer, please. So the Nine of Cups. So you could be dealing with like a Leo, an Aquarian, Virgo placements for a lot of you. It feels like sometimes within this relationship that you've got going on here, it's difficult to fulfill your partner. It's kind of like this changing my mind. It's kind of like, well, do you want to go here? And it's like, yeah. And then you're kind of like, well, you don't really look that excited. Do you really want to go? And you're like, well, kind of, but maybe, I don't know, sort of, but I don't know, kind of. And you're like, well, that's really not like a yes or a no. All I really kind of need is like, do you want to go? Yeah. Okay, do you want to go here? A little bit like that, right? Someone that's very difficult to please. Okay. That's kind of what I'm picking up here for a lot of you that are in relationships. Let's see, the next 48 hours for Cancer. King of Cups. Yeah, so a lot of you are in a relationship here. You do love your partner. I just think there's this, like, sometimes your partner may or may not feel like this is the feminine energy and this being, say, the masculine energy. It's more of that, like, wondering, like, where we're going to go, where we're going to travel to, and when you're coming home, and basically we just spend majority of our time together, and we just kind of coexist in a relationship that we kind of got going on. And it's kind of like, are you it's a little bit like sometimes where you're like, are you okay on your own? Like, yeah, I'm all right on my own. I can just do whatever I want, really. And sometimes I find it very difficult when I haven't got a problem here in order to solve for a person. Let's see. So the Queen of Cups. Well, I mean, this is where it gets very good and also very difficult for those guys that may be in third parties. I'm really not picking up on too much of it, to be honest with you. The King and the Queen are and should be together, okay? So basically, as a relationship, you're just planning on where to travel, where to go, okay? Spending a hell of a lot of time with one another. This is like a married couple that spend nearly every single day together all the time. It's also a couple that are not married, but they spend nearly all of their time together, okay? Now, if this doesn't sound like you, then this has got to be your parents, okay? It's got to be your parents. I'm also hearing meet the parents, something to do like, why don't you come over and meet my parents? Good luck with that one. Let's see, one more card, please, for the next 48 for Cancer. So Six of Cups, and it just does what it says on the tin. You're in a good standing relationship. I don't feel any struggles as such. I think sometimes, if this is a Virgo, I always see a Virgo because I do have it in my chart. Virgo sometimes can always feel that one thing that's missing, and to get them to like, oh yeah, no, I really do, it's kind of like, well, it's just like, it's like your partner is fulfilling your dream, okay? Like, you want this? Yeah, okay, it's yours. Do you want that? Yep, it's yours. Do you want me to buy you this? Oh, can you? Yep, it's yours, It's kind of like a guy, well, I mean, I'm going to stick with the guys here. Come on, guys. But it's kind of like your guy, or your bloke, unless your name is Guy, okay, or Jai, Jason, Julian, Jason, Jackie, Jasmine, basically just kind of like gives you whatever it is that you want. It's kind of like just for an easy life. If you want that, yes. Do you want to go here? Yeah. I don't pick up any struggles whatsoever. Now, like I said, or Trevor, or Tracy, if any of you are really struggling and you're kind of like, fucking hell, blah, 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 it was because on this side is a counterpart, right, which is the King and the Queen of Cups. So these two are more than likely together here, okay? Straightforward, man. No chaser, no messing about. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I've been really struggling with channeling for a little while. I'm going to have a rest doing that because my mind is just out there so much that I just can't be asked to just keep channeling all the time. Sometimes I just think, I just want to do a straight up tarot card reading and not really go over the Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack all the time. Okay, so what we are going to do is, if you want to join and you want to keep me alive, we're going to go over to the other side over on Patron, and this is where I'm going to now do you a weekly reading starting from today, pretty much, which is the 10th, with the Rider-Waite deck, and do you a full week to see what you got coming up, okay, and then clarify everything, and then look at each individual card with the hidden truth and in the shadows and anything that you got coming up to be aware of. If there is nothing drastic going on in your life, Cancer, then I really don't think, you know, because I just pick up that everything's fine, really. But things normally do turn around. It could be a complete different spread, okay? So this is the moment before, the moment after, okay? So if you want to join, it'll be the full access bundle only, which is the weeklies and monthly, so you get a shitload of stuff over there. When I have finished this lot of readings, I'm going to focus on the last week for just my patrons, so you won't really see much of your star signs being over on here, because I like to make sure that patrons get something extra than YouTube. The teaching tier, if you're interested in the teaching tier, obviously there's been no channeling in this one if you've never found the channel before, but just check out old readings. You'll know that I do a lot of scribing, a lot of stuff, blah, 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 and we do a teaching tier on how to read tarot, how to channel, how to do loads of things, how to navigate yourself through certain circumstances in life. But it tells you all about it below, okay, and also personal readings, everything else is also below, okay? Alright guys, thanks very much, I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon.